Some horror games scare you while others make your whole group panic. Alice here, and we're looking at 25 released Xbox and PC picks built for friends, from ghost hunts to chaotic survival. A few are obvious favorites, but some might surprise you. Let's dive into the list. Game 1, Phasmophobia, turns a simple ghost hunt into pure group panic. You enter haunted locations, gather evidence, and try to identify what is hunting you before things spiral. The voice system makes every whisper feel risky, and splitting up can save time or ruin the whole run. I love how the fear comes from uncertainty rather than constant action. If you are enjoying this list, like the video, subscribe, and comment your favorite game so far. Then grab your friends and see who keeps their nerve. It also stays fresh because different ghosts, locations, evidence, and difficulty levels create new problems every session. That makes it easy to revisit whenever your group wants another scare. Game 2, the Outlast Trials, leans into brutal teamwork. You and your friends tackle trials, complete objectives, hide from enemies, and escape when everything falls apart. The grim Cold War setting gives every room a grim mood, while upgrades and repeatable runs keep the fear moving. I like how nobody feels completely safe, even when the team has a plan. It is a pick for friends who want co-op horror with action, stealth, and voice chat panic. It works well. Game 3, Lethal Company, mixes scary exploration with ridiculous group chaos. Your crew lands on abandoned moons, collects scrap, and tries to meet a company quota while creatures hunt through dark facilities. Proximity chat makes every mistake funnier because voices fade when someone runs away. Goofy teamwork and sudden danger work together. I think it is one of the easiest games here to turn into a memorable game night, especially when everyone blames one friend. It works well for friends. Game 4, R.E.P.O. makes teamwork feel unstable. You explore dangerous locations, grab valuable objects, and haul them back while strange creatures create problems at bad times. Physics-based movement adds a layer, because carrying something valuable can become a disaster in seconds. Voice chat makes panic moments louder and funnier. I really like its balance of creepy atmosphere and ridiculous accidents. If your group enjoys sessions, chaotic missions, and horror that can suddenly become comedy, this deserves a spot. It works. Game 5, Dead by Daylight, takes asymmetrical multiplayer horror. 4 survivors work together while one killer hunts them across changing maps. You can hide, repair generators, rescue teammates, or risk yourself for someone else. The huge roster of killers gives variety for groups that play often. I like how one bad decision can change the match. It is ideal if your friends want competition mixed with teamwork and horror. It works well for friends who want to scare together tonight. Game 6, Escape the Backrooms, builds fear from empty spaces, confusing layouts, and things you do not want to meet. You and your friends explore levels, solve puzzles, and try to stay together while hostile entities roam nearby. The environments make every distant sound feel suspicious, especially when someone disappears around a corner. Its biggest strength is atmosphere. It works best with friends who enjoy mystery, communication, and knowing something is nearby. It is easy to recommend for a group. Game 7, Content Warning, turns horror into a mix of exploration and comedy. Your group enters dangerous locations, records footage, and tries to return with something worth showing. The camera mechanic gives every run a goal beyond surviving, while voice chat makes panic entertaining. Some moments feel tense, then become hilarious when someone gets launched across a room. I like how approachable it is. For friends who want horror without seriousness, this is an easy choice. It works well for friends. Game 8, DEVOUR, goes straight for frantic survival. You and your teammates stomp possessed enemies, gather resources, and complete objectives while the threat becomes more aggressive. The maps are compact and easy to understand, while the pressure rises. Every run can turn into someone yelling for help while carrying an item everyone needs. I like its fast pacing because there's little downtime. It is a choice for groups that want intense horror without committing to long campaigns. It works. Game 9, GTFO, is for friends who want horror with real consequences. Your squad moves through dark underground facilities, searches for resources, and completes objectives while trying not to wake terrifying enemies. Stealth matters, communication matters, and rushing usually creates bigger problems. The industrial atmosphere stays tense. I like how the game rewards patience instead of button mashing. It is the pick for groups that enjoy difficult co-op games and do not mind failing times before getting everything. It works well. Game 10, Sons of the Forest, combines survival crafting with a creepy open world made for exploration. You gather materials, build shelter, manage resources, and investigate a dangerous island. It feels relaxing until something moves through the trees or reaches your base after dark. Caves add tension because caves hide unknown threats. I like the contrast between building a comfortable camp and watching it become a target. It is excellent for co-op sessions. That balance keeps each session feeling fresh. Game 11, Dying Light 2 Stay Human, blends open-world survival with cooperative combat. You can run across rooftops, search abandoned buildings, fight infected enemies, and complete missions. Daytime exploration feels manageable, but nighttime changes the mood as stronger threats become active. Parkour makes traveling with friends fun, as everyone takes different routes. I like the freedom here. It is a good fit for players who want horror elements, action, progression, and a world to explore. It works well for friends. Game 12, Killing Floor 2, focuses on wave-based survival where teamwork matters quickly. You and your friends choose different classes, buy weapons between waves, and defend yourselves against dangerous creatures. The combat is loud, fast, and satisfying, with chances to get overwhelmed. I like how each class gives the group a clear role without making the game complicated. If your friends prefer shooting over puzzle solving, this is a recommendation for chaotic co-op nights and repeatable matches. It works well. Game 13, Left 4 Dead 2, remains a great example of 4-player zombie co-op. Your team moves through campaigns, shares supplies, rescues teammates, and fights huge infected hordes. The special infected keep encounters unpredictable, while the pacing pushes everyone forward. It is older, but the teamwork still feels natural and responsive. I think simplicity is part of its strength. No need to overthink it. Grab your friends, pick a campaign, and start running when the horde arrives. It works well. Game 14, Back 4 Blood takes the squad shooter formula and adds cards, builds, and progression. 4 players fight through infected levels while managing ammunition, healing, and dangerous encounters. The card system gives repeat runs more personality because different builds change your approach. Some moments become absolute chaos when the team gets separated. I like the faster pace and build variety. It works for friends who enjoy zombie shooters but want more customization than a campaign does. It works well. Game 15, Resident Evil 5, is action heavier than horror games here, but its co-op design still makes it a great choice. Chris and Sheva move through cinematic locations, share resources, revive each other, and fight waves of enemies. Playing with a real friend makes the partner mechanics enjoyable than relying on AI. I like how clearly the game was built around 2 players. If you want a co-op campaign with horror themes, shooting, puzzles, and ridiculous moments, try it. It works. Game 16, Resident Evil 6 pushes further toward action while keeping some horror-flavored campaigns. Its co-op structure lets 2 players fight through set pieces, explore storylines, and deal with zombies and monsters. The pacing is more explosive than classic Resident Evil, so it suits groups that want constant movement. I think it is underrated as a co-op experience. There is a lot happening on screen, and that can make a shared playthrough entertaining. That balance keeps each session feeling fresh. Game 17, World War Z, turns zombie survival into a crowd control shooter. Your squad moves through missions while huge swarms pour through streets, buildings, and defensive spots. Classes, equipment, and teamwork matter because getting surrounded can happen fast. The scale shines when hundreds of zombies climb over each other to reach you. I like how cinematic the chaos feels without losing the co-op loop. It is great for players who want action, progression, and huge zombie battles. It works tonight. Game 18, Aliens Fireteam Elite, brings squad-based shooting into the Alien universe. 3-player teams move through dark facilities, fight waves of xenomorphs, and use classes to cover each other. Cramped environments create tension during combat. You always feel something could appear from a vent or corridor. I like the balance between action and creature horror. It is good for friends wanting a co-op shooter that feels structured and easy to jump into. It is easy to recommend for a group. Game 19, Remnant 2, mixes third-person shooting, exploration, bosses, and dark fantasy horror into a deep co-op adventure. Friends can explore strange worlds, discover hidden areas, build different characters, and take on brutal bosses. Those elements make exploration feel less predictable, while build choices give sessions room to experiment. I like how much there is to discover beyond scares. It is a choice when your group wants horror atmosphere with RPG progression and serious combat. It works well for friends. Game 20, the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me, turns horror into a shared story shaped by choices. Friends investigate a hotel, solve puzzles, explore rooms, and react to scenes. Its cinematic presentation makes it feel closer to an interactive horror movie than action. I like the slow pace because it gives everyone time to debate decisions. For groups that enjoy mysteries, character drama, and consequences, this is a different kind of scary night. It works well for groups. Game 21, The Quarry, focuses on counselors trapped during one bad night at a summer camp. Its cinematic structure lets friends take control of characters, make choices, and watch decisions shape the story. The game mixes quiet exploration with sudden danger, so tension builds before snapping for everyone. I like how social and interactive it feels. It is a strong pick for groups who want a horror story they can replay and influence. It works well with friends tonight together. Game 22, Little Nightmares 3, brings the series' art style into two-player co-op. You explore environments, solve puzzles, and navigate creatures that feel huge compared with the characters. The dreamlike world still feels uncomfortable. Coordination matters because players have to read the environment and work through obstacles. I like its quieter kind of fear. This is a good choice for friends who prefer eerie exploration, visual storytelling, puzzles, and tension over non-stop shooting or combat. It works well for friends. Game 23, Reanimal, delivers a two-player adventure with memorable creature design. You explore a world, solve puzzles, and depend on your partner to move forward. The atmosphere feels heavy and storybook-like, with spaces that look beautiful and deeply wrong at the same time. I like its focused approach because it doesn't need endless combat to stay unsettling. For a duo looking for newer co-op horror with strong visuals and exploration, this stands out tonight. It works well for friends. Game 24, Skecker Ritual, turns horror into an arcade-style survival experience. You and your friends fight waves of enemies, complete objectives, unlock weapons, and build loadouts as the action escalates. The setting gives the maps an identity while the shooting keeps moving. It is less about hiding and more about surviving the next wave together. I like that change of pace. If your group wants horror with repeatable runs, upgrades, and plenty of shooting, this one fits. It works well. Game 25, Demonologist, focuses on paranormal investigation with dark atmosphere. Your group explores haunted places, gathers evidence, identifies entities, and tries to survive encounters that can turn violent. The environments make rooms feel suspicious, and the investigation tools give everyone a useful role. I like how it rewards communication without becoming too complicated. For friends searching for ghost hunting games, scary co-op sessions, and tense investigations, this is a strong final pick. It is easy to recommend for a group.